will be your new American flag. The first day in office, I will send out military troops to collect everyone's American flag. That is correct. You will now represent the pride flag as your American flag the first day in office.
I need to speak to you. I'm sure it's something you're...
I will collect them off of the cemeteries. I will collect them from the police stations, fire department, schools, churches,
Sebastian Bennett.
and hospitals. We will also collect them off of anywhere that has an American flag hanging. Anywhere. That is right. Look at y'all's new American flag. Ain't it so gorgeous? Yes. This will be the new American flag.
He was a retard.
So apparently that fellow we just heard from in the first clip, Ashley, will be running for the President of the United States, and as he stated, if elected, his first order of business will be to go around to every house in the country and replace the American flag with the pride flag. That should work out well for him. Anyway, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So I'm sure most of you have heard by now, but yesterday was a pretty sad day in American history. Richard Simmons, Dr. Ruth Westheimer, and Shannon Doherty all passed away. So prayers out to their families. And has anything else happened this weekend? Oh, yeah, they tried to take out President Trump. Anyway, if you place your attention on the screen for a moment, I don't know what the hell's going on here. I just tried to use this picture as a placeholder, and it looks like Ashley will not need to go to this fella's house as he already has the new American flag up.
It puts the dress in the drawer and it does as it's told.
So, yeah, as I mentioned, and I'm sure most of you have seen the videos over and over and over again on social media, they tried to take out President Trump at his rally yesterday in Pennsylvania. Now, I'm seeing three types of responses from people on the left. The first response is, many of them are sad that it only clipped his ear. The second response is, they're blaming Trump and his supporters for their angry rhetoric. And the third response is, they're saying it was staged, like this young lady. Roll it.
He staged it himself. That in wrestling, they call it getting color. That's how you get over. Manson had a different name for it.
Are you f***ing dumb?
And here is another young lady that claims the whole event was staged. I mean, we saw it happen in real time for f***'s sake, but typical leftist logic, I guess. Now, look for the similarities between her and the young lady we just saw in the last clip with their glasses, their eyes. It's very telling, very telling. Roll it.
Staged. Fake news. Don't believe what they're saying. If you know, you know.
She's got the crazy eyes. Dude, the eyes, they're crazy.
Now, I think most of us here are aware of the fact that Vice President Chlamydia Harris is a DEI hire. I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. Joe Biden specifically said he was going to pick a black woman for a vice president. He did not say he was going to pick the most qualified person. He said a black woman. And we see time and time again, literally every time she opens her mouth, that she's not qualified for the job. However, somehow, some way, this lady sees it totally different. Roll it.
We have to talk about Kamala. We haven't had a chance to see her. She's been out talking for almost 4 years, and now that we know that a good chunk of the media is now owned by Trump supporters, it kind of makes sense why this powerful, intelligent black woman hasn't been getting any attention. I don't know who she was talking to today. I don't know who the audience was, but she was so impactful. She was so confident, and she was so connected with the audience. Like, It wasn't like your typical politicians who, there was a team of people who are like, make sure you get this point, and this point across, stick to teleprompters, whatever. No. She was reminding and encouraging everyone what is so good about America, and why we are fighting the fight that we are fighting. And it was so inspiring. And she was doing such a highly effective job of illustrating the dangers of Donald Trump. It wasn't just fear-mongering. It was more like a really good attorney making a really good argument. It was amazing. And she was standing by her president.
You're an idiot!
All right, let's stick with this theme and hear yet another genius take from one of these Democrats. Roll it.
I just heard Melania is going to be at the Republican National Convention. I believe it's because Donald Trump is going to name Barron as his running mate and challenge the Supreme Court to deny it. When he had his last speech, he went through, if you guys remember, he went through everybody who was there. All the people who had were candidates for vice president. Then he went through his sons. And the one who got the most applause, by far, raging amount of applause, was Barron. My theory is that he has convinced Melania that Barron will be a king if she will just let him take Barron under his wing. He's going to name Barron as his vice president because Barron will, accede to the throne. And the Supreme Court, it will go to the Supreme Court. It won't get to the Supreme Court until long after they're in office. The Supreme Court knows how to slow walk some shit. The Supreme Court will allow it because of the number of overwhelming people who voted for Donald Trump. They knew his son would be the next in line. It is terrifying. We'll know sooner than later.
Are you stupid or something?
All right, as we watch this next clip and listen to what this fella has to say, keep in mind the last, four clips I think it was that we heard before this were all women. Roll it.
Women are the future. Like, we're going to clean all this shit up, not just the homeless crisis, but the wars and all that stuff. Women need to take their rightful place as the ones running shit. Women are as close as you're going to get to God. Men can build buildings, write songs, I don't know, do expeditions to Antarctica or whatever. It's all cool shit. I'm not bashing on men. Try creating life in your womb. Mm-hmm. Try creating life.
What the hell did you just say?
Women need to take their rightful place as the ones running shit.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Now, I agree with that fella in the fact that being able to birth another human being out of your body is an amazing feat, and for that reason, obviously, women are an absolute necessity for a thriving society. However, there is a huge difference between that and running shit. Anyway, let's lighten things up a little bit. Roll it.
Oh, honey, I am so not threatened by you. My man wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. My man with a 10-foot pole. My man wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. My man with a 10-foot pole. Plastic mache. You don't have a man. You don't have a man. You don't have a man. Plastic mache. You don't have a man. You don't have a man. You don't have a man.
And as you can see, the ass is on the front.
Front butt.
Wow. I must admit, that young lady did have some fantastic dance moves. She kind of reminded me of Rerun from back in the day on that TV show What's Happening, and if she got up and did that an hour a day, I guarantee it would vastly improve her health. Anyway, next up. So I've seen a bunch of these TikToks lately where these people do the before makeup and then the after makeup. And I'll be honest with you guys, I don't think it makes much of a difference. Roll it.
But you can't, you can put lipstick on a pig. It's still a pig.
Hey, real quick, before we go any further, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to let this loop on the screen. Now, I'm not quite for sure exactly what we're looking at here. I think it's just some fellow with a goatee wearing women's attire doing some belly dancing. I don't know. Anyway, today's video is being brought to us by Amber Wood. Amber, thank you so much for sponsoring today's video. I really appreciate the support. So once again, today's video sponsor is Amber Wood. Now, if you'd like to sponsor the next video and help support the channel, there is a PayPal link in the description box below, and I will say your full name as a sponsor of said video unless stated otherwise by you. All right, I think we've all seen enough belly dancing for one day. Get this off the screen, please. Oof.
All I can tell you, sir, is that he's gay.
Gay, gay!
So this next clip is, well, slightly disturbing to put it gently. Now, these two call themselves an interracial age-gapped couple, and all I have to say is, this lady must have a ton of money. Now, check out her sweatshirt. It's got his face on it. Roll it.
We're an interracial age gap couple. Of course people stare at us when we go in the building.
We're an interracial age gap couple. Of course, people think that he's my grandson, but he's actually my husband.
We're an interracial age gap couple. Of course I do all the cooking.
Baby, you don't like my cooking?
I do. I just make sure it's very well seasoned.
We're an interracial age gap couple. And of course, people assume that he got with me for money and my good credit.
We're an interracial age gap couple. Of course we're starting a family because our family doesn't approve our love.
We're an interracial age gap couple. Of course I still got that wop because it never dried out. We're an interracial age gap couple. And of course...
What did you say?
We're an interracial age gap couple. Of course I still got that wop because it never dried out.
That's fucking disgusting. Oh, I'm gonna throw up.
All right, guys, we're going to be wrapping it up with this clip of a news story, and I'm going to let you decide if you think it's fake or real, because honestly, I don't know. In the clown world that we're living in today, it would not shock me one bit if this story was real. Anyway, things are clearly getting very, very crazy out there, guys. So please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Till next time. Love you guys. Peace. Roll it.
It's been dubbed anti-furry legislation, and a bill has just been filed here in Oklahoma. Representative Justin Humphrey filed this bill that states that if a student dresses up and pretends to be a furry, an animal, in the classroom, then they will be banned from any classroom curriculum and any after-school activities. If that happens, their parent would be called to come and get them, and if the parent doesn't show up, animal control would be called.
What did you say? What the f*** did you just say?
If that happens, their parent would be called to come and get them, and if the parent doesn't show up, animal control would be called.
That is the stupidest thing I ever heard of. Jesus Christ.
And you ain't black.